Hey guys, welcome back to Sugarbush Farms. Took a little bit of a break over the winter, but we're back, and we got a little bit of stuff to do today. We got to move. We're just kind of moving stuff around. We're getting ready to go disc the corn stalks here soon. Once it dries up, it's been kind of rainy past couple days, but everything's starting to dry out. I brought the H over to the barn with me, and we're gonna use this just to move the corn header where it goes. It's easier to do in a tight area, but tight area that my pickup can't quite do because it's just smaller and it's got a narrow front end, so you can really whip it around. So I'm gonna back this thing off. You know, there's a way you can unload these narrow front ends that you don't need a third ramp. And that's how you unload a front end. That's how you unload a narrow front end tractor with only 2 ramps. Same way of loading it, just the other way around. Not really the other way around, but you get what I mean. Oh, almost had it. Really gonna see how this goes now because the corn header is a little heavy, a little on the heavier side. Yeah, this will do it. Okay, we'll leave this right here for right now. Move the Maxim again. We gotta hook this thing on to the sprayer, get the sprayer out of the way, and then we can move the disc where it's got to go. Got that pretty close to the door. Call that good for right now. I want to get the either the Magnum out. I gotta look at everything. I think I'll get the Magnum out of here just so it's one less thing in the way, because then I gotta back the corn header right down into here. So just want to make sure I've got as much stuff out of the way so I don't break anything. And this thing can sit right here for right now, just because that's the last thing we're doing is we're hooking the disc up to that. So that's the last thing that needs to happen. We'll open the big door for the plant or for the sprayer to come in, and I think I'll put the corn header in. I'll put the corn header in right now. That should be high enough. I'd rather not figure out that it's not. Perfect. Okay, now we'll get the H started back up, and we'll get the corn header in there. We'll see how this goes. That might be better than I thought. All right, let's see what that looks like. Not quite golden. All right. Now that that's situated, we'll back this in and hopefully get the same result of it being a first try. I'll set you guys in here though this time. Okay, there's that. Now we just got to kind of clean stuff up a little bit around the disc to hook onto it. This whole section was kind of eaten up by the corn header being there, and well, we're not going to use it for another 8 months or so. So what's the point of the corn header sitting there? So sprayer's got to be in a better spot anyways, so that when we eventually do go spray burn down, we don't have to dig for it. That wasn't so bad, it's just a little mess. That charger's gonna go back on the maximum when we're done it. What we've got going on here with the spreader is the whole, back end was all rusted out. I don't really know, I don't have any pictures of it, but before, there was all holes in that door, didn't move up and down. Probably hard to see from those couple cranks, but now we got the door moving. We put a whole new back plate of steel on it. We're gonna paint the whole thing white just so it all matches. We're gonna cover up, we're gonna clean up those rust spots, make it look better. Another thing that we had to do was I'm not sure what to call this other than the divider. We needed a new one of those because it didn't have that whole front section and it just wasn't spreading right. So that spreader is going to spread a whole lot better now than it did before. We're just going to have to do a little bit of testing when we go to spread to make sure we got the pattern set right. There's a whole system to it. Put pans out in the field and you run them over, you spread on top of them, you try to get the most even way to do it. I'll do a whole video on that, I'm sure. The next big thing for us is discing corn stalks. All of our corn and maybe 100 acres of our soybeans have ruts in them. We don't want to disc the corn stalks because typically we no-till into them, and that's just part of our rotation. But because of the corn stalks having all those ruts in them, and we don't really have a choice. Watch out, Tucker. Come here. Whoa. We'll pump her up with some grease. Check the tightness on our gangs here. What this is a giant shaft that goes through there, and there's a castle nut on the end. So it's basically a giant bolt. And when they become loose, this one isn't, but the blades will spin individually. Like that. That one's loose. See how that one can spin on its own? We're going to have to take that castle nut off and crank her down. We got one loose gang. No big deal. Okay, everything's all greased up. I just got to put a little bit of wind in this tire. She's a little flat. This thing's ready to go. Could go tomorrow. It could go next week. I don't know. Whenever it needs to go, it'll go. Spring's a coming right around the corner here soon, and I'm excited for it. I'm going to try to do a video every other week for sure. That's going to be like a certain schedule. If there's any extra, it'll be that week in between. We don't have any wheat this year because of the wet fall, so there's going to be a drop off. If there's anything you guys would like to see during the off season, let me know. Definitely us working on stuff will be one of it, but anything else, just leave it in the comments below, and we'll try to do it. So thanks guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.